this is Julie. I'm here with Machito-san, who is
Hi,
representing. Yes, great to see you.
Esoteric.
Representing Esoteric here in the another playback distribution room. This would be the higher end system. So
Yes.
We've got a whole lot of Esoteric boxes here, and
Yes.
but we have some special new introductions, including the new network transport.
Yes.
So let's talk about
one?
that one there. Yep.
Okay. This one is our new network transport, the network streamer without DAC. So you can connect with our SACD player DAC K1X SE this time. And you can also connect to our monoblock DAC, our top end Grandioso T1X.
So to have everything fully isolated, discrete
Yes.
components. And the what are some of the advantages then of this network transport? To have that, what's the importance of having that isolated?
Okay. We newly developed our new network engine. It's a G4, Generation 4, Esoteric Network Engine G4.
Yeah.
And it is, we improved the sound quality of the compared to the previous generation using a much more linear power system. Basically, this one has no switching component inside. All the power supply is a linear power supply.
Okay.
To
So
get
yes,
the
a very direct and
silent sound and good power. And also the network part and audio part is totally isolated with an isolated circuit. So the network noise does not come into the audio side.
right, and to keep that ahead of the source component, which would be in this case the DAC SACD player.
DAC
Which
SACD
model
player.
is this one again?
Okay.
The SACD.
SACD
is-
DAC K1X SE.
Okay, K1XSE. Okay, I'm glad you remembered that one. Okay.
And the connection between the network transport and SACD DAC is a USB. So you can connect to any DAC or SACD player equipped with USB interface. And USB is also very special. Normally, the network transport has a network board and the USB is coming out of the network board. But our unit is coming out of the dedicated audio board. So it's an audio dedicated USB output.
Okay, so it's isolated further
Isolated.
and avoid mechanical noise from
Yes.
the CD player. Okay.
The power
And-
supply is also separated for the network part and audio part.
Okay, so fully isolated inside the chassis. Okay, and it's a tray loading
yes.
drive. And can you tell me about the DAC? Is it a particular
Our DAC
inside?
is, we call it Master Sound Discrete DAC.
Okay.
It's not an IC. We use the totally discrete design with a discrete component. So
Okay.
all the DAC design is in-house, and also we developed our own programming.
Okay, so it's proprietary and
Proprietary,
fully
yes.
programmed in-house. Okay, nice. Ooh, that's quite a solid tray there. Is it all stainless?
Yes.
The chassis. Okay.
The mechanical construction is the most famous part of our technology.
And that's probably fairly heavy.
Yes.
Imagine these two. So
35 kilograms.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about on the more analog side then too. We've got a Phono stage
Okay.
that's fully built out, and a separate power supply here and
Yes.
controller with. Let's talk about all the EQ settings on there. You have
okay.
many curve options. You said 6, right? There's
Yes.
and the remote control. Let's not
Now
forget
this is
that.
remote control, and we can control everything from the remote control. And remote control and power supply is integrated into this box.
And it's dual-sided. Look
Yes,
at this.
dual-sided.
And tapered, so you
It's
don't.
unique design. We want to keep the smartphone size for the
Right, it's comfortable, I think, in
ergonomics.
Yes.
And you can choose from the preset now is a rear curve, and now
standard RAA, and then there's Columbia,
Deca,
Tel-
knob,
which one else?
Teldec.
Yep.
AES, coming back to rear. So
And then there are further curves that you can adjust, or
Yes.
are there any filters or anything, or?
yes, there are 3 equalization points, so you can customize whichever you like.
For recording, given recordings.
Yes, so the 6 preset, and also there is a customizable memory area for the customer, 4 memory areas. So virtually you can use
Save the presets.
Save the preset.
To,
Any equalization curve.
Okay,
is
excellent.
possible.
Yeah, and that can also apply to different tone arms that you might have. You said you can have up to
Yes.
3 tone arms on a
Yes, 3
turntable, and
tone
this
arms.
is the Grandioso T1
Yes.
turntable. And where is this in the Esoteric? Is this the primary turntable? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is our first turntable, and this has a patented drive system. So this is not a belt drive nor direct drive. This is a magnet drive system.
Yeah, it's suspended and floating.
Floating, and also the motor is here. It's on the top of the motor is a magnet. So and the other side is a steel. So the motor's rotation is physically isolated from the
Yes, I
platter.
see how it's separated there completely. Yeah, and the can you tell me about the speed accuracy, the control for and it's a high torque design you mentioned as well.
Yes, it's a very high torque design. Compared to the normal belt drive, it has 280 times higher rotational torque.
Whoa, okay.
So nearly the same as the direct drive.
The direct, yeah, just to get that, get up to speed and stability.
Yes, and also there is no contact, so totally rumble free. So the sound is very silent, and also it's got very strong torque, so the sound is very punchy, and also low frequency is very dynamic.
And I would imagine so, good for bass and
Bass.
dynamics and leading edge transient attacks and things like that. You get that punch you mentioned.
Yes.
And having the magnetic suspension also avoids mechanical noise that you would have inherent in a motor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
And for the and what is this? Is this a balance
okay,
or
this
a
is
speed
a-
adjustment or
This
other-
is a micrometer, and you
Oh.
can change the by turning the knob. You can change the location of the motor from the standard position to the slightly further away from the platter, and then
Oh, wow.
you can change the magnetic force, and then the rotational torque can be manually adjusted. So
Wow.
some customer like a strong rotational torque, like a direct drive, very punchy sound.
They prefer that sound.
Yeah,
Wow, that's quite a unique adjustment, I think.
Yes, and you can move the motor away from the platter. You can reduce the rotational torque up to 60% lower.
Wow, that's quite a range. It sounds like.
So
and you've
this
got,
is like a
that's
mechanical tone control.
Okay, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Yes, and then it's does it do 78 also, or is it 33?
33
45?
and 45.
45. Okay, makes sense. And there's a clock in here. Is that just for the speed accuracy?
Yes.
To maintain.
Yes.
To monitor.
Yes, actually, this system is totally open loop system, so there is no servo control. So this is just a mechanical system. So the diameter of the rotor and the platter, that's everything to control the speed. But we want to get more accurate rotation. We can use the clock signal to
Monitor and
yes.
adjust as needed if needed. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Well, I imagine something this heavy, once it gets going, is probably relatively stable to
Yes.
begin with, but to have that on top of it is special. Yeah.
Yes,
And
the display shows the actual rotational speed. So this is
we're
monitoring
right there on 33.33.
this is monitoring the speed actually.
Yeah, and finally, let's talk about the cartridge. So this is a tone arm that it comes with the
Yes,
turntable.
comes with the turntable.
And the head shell, I see Grandioso, but then you've got the Ortophon, the top of line MC cartridge there.
Yes, this is a Ortophon MC Diamond, their flagship diamond cantilever cartridge.
Nice. Okay. And does the turntable come with this single tone arm, but you can purchase additional
Yes.
tone arms as needed? What are the lengths? Are they all this curved form, or are they? Do you have a straight?
You can mount a
different ones?
straight tone arm. Of
Okay,
course,
and you could have
also
other tone arms.
long tone arm also.
Right. I see the distances are a little different there. All right. Great.
Can I talk
Let's
a
go ahead
little
and
bit
talk
more about the Phono
Okay.
stage?
Yes,
This
please.
is
Yeah,
a
I
new
was about to
product.
ask. Go ahead.
And
Yeah.
this is audio box, and the unique point is we use the current signal input to input. Normally, the Phono stage is a voltage input system.
Right. The voltage direct from the cartridge signal.
Yes.
Okay.
But MC cartridge has a very small coil and big magnet, so they have a very high current generator.
Okay.
So low voltage generator, but at the same time, it's a high current generator. So we make use of the current signal to input to this Phono stage. That if you use the current signal, you can get a less amplification. So the noise is much lower and more fresh and dynamic.
So you don't have to increase the amplification, the preamplification as much. You can have to tamper with the signal less, maybe. Is that a way of saying it? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's very cool. And then it has adjustments, as we talked about, for, can you adjust capacitance for moving magnet, or is it only for MC?
This is a current input.
It's current, so it doesn't apply. Okay, never mind. Okay, it doesn't apply. It's
impedance
different.
is not a...
It's not a factor anymore.
Not a factor.
Okay. Thank you for correcting. As soon as I said that, I'm like, wait a minute, that's okay.
but also we have a normal voltage input.
So you have that option as well. Okay.
To support as many cartridges as possible. So the current-based balanced input and the voltage-based RCA input, and also we have a optical input. So you can use the optical cartridge.
Oh, like a DS audio.
DS audio, yes.
Okay, so you have that technology in here, the equalizer available as well for that cartridge. Oh, fantastic!
So the 3 different sound you can enjoy.
Great. And then one last question: for the it can also handle very low output moving coils as well. So really, any cartridge, more or less, it can be compatible.
Yes.
Is that true? Okay.
Especially the low output MC cartridge has a small coil, so the current level is much higher. So you can use our current input. And if you have a high voltage cartridge, for example, the alt-phone SPU with a transformer, it's already have a very high level voltage output. Okay. So this type of high voltage, high output cartridge, you can use the conventional voltage input.
Oh, I see.
So there is many choices.
Yes, many options. Okay. Well, great. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
This has been very informative. Yeah.
Thank you.